Welcome back to Midday. We're talking about probably one of the most popular culinary events in Kamloops that happens every year, Chefs in the City. And we are joined by Jeff Collier, the chair of Chefs in the City.
That's
primarily.
Right, the coordinator, yeah.
There we go. And we also have Heather Morgan joining us, the executive chef and owner of Storms on the River. Thanks, Heather, for being here.
Right.
And Heather, I know that you were the Chefs in the City People's Choice Awards winner, were you not?
We did, not last year, but the year before, I believe.
What did that mean to you?
Oh, it was great. It's fun to get out there. It's a really fun event. So.
Yeah, this is a great culinary experience and a very unique experience, I think, for everyone, Jeff. Tell us a little bit about Chefs in the City. I know that this is a really big fundraiser for Rotary, for the Rotary Club of Kamloops. But how does it all work?
Well, Chefs in the City is from 6 to 9 on Monday, and basically what happens is in the morning, all of the restaurants show up, set up, all the wineries, and then at 6 o'clock we open the doors and the hordes descend upon all of the food stations. So it's really a dynamic event where people are going around to the various stations and trying all the different kinds of food. And of course the wine. So I counted it up. I think we have over 30 different food offerings from all the 20 restaurants that are there, and well over 40 different wines and beers that are being poured. So it's virtually impossible to get through everything, but the challenge is to try. It's a lot of fun, and it's an on your feet experience. So it's not sit on your behind kind of an event. It's a lot of fun.
And do you get to just go around and choose what you want?
Yes.
Or,
Yes, you do.
And it's 20 restaurants that are involved?
20 restaurants that are there, and 10 wineries and breweries. That's correct. Wow. And these represent really some of the best restaurants in Kamloops. And we're really focused on the local food, so it's the local chefs, a lot of whom have come through the TRU Culinary Arts program and from other great programs as well, like Heather, from around the world. I mean, some of them have been Bocuse d'Or chefs. Wow. And so we have a lot of good food here. So it's kind of like, you know, people spend all day watching all those great food shows. Here you get to go and actually watch the food being prepared in some cases and actually eat it as well.
Wow.
And it is really a lot of fun, and it's tiring.
And hundreds of people attend, right?
Hundreds of people attend, that is correct.
Heather, how is Storms involved in this year? I mean, you're going to be chefing up some delicious foods, I'm sure.
Yeah, actually my whole team comes along. They love doing it, so it's a night out for us. We really enjoy. We get to do something different, come up with something a little bit new, and yeah, it's a really fun night for us. So.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how do you decide what you're going to cook for this? You want it to be a little bit, you know, something maybe you don't experience when you come into the restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep it with a little bit of what we do in the restaurant, but still something a little special, so it's something different. Yeah. But we do like to use lots of local farmers and local produce. We like to keep everything that we're putting on your little plate from in Kamloops.
Yeah, these pictures are making me hungry and thirsty here, Jeff.
Oh,
Look at this.
No, it's great stuff.
So as far as the restaurants providing the food and cooking up something, it's mostly tapas, is it not?
I think that's probably a good way to characterize it. I mean, some people will put together a little tiny meal on a plate. Other people will have just one dish. Other folks will have something savory early in the evening and maybe sweet later on. We really leave it wide open for them, and it's always interesting to see what they come up with each year. Yeah. One thing I really want to point out, too, is all the restaurants do this for absolutely nothing. Yeah. It's as well as the wineries, and some of them also contribute other things to our various auctions as well.
So the ticket sales then from the hundreds or so people that attend, that's the money that goes towards
that's
Rotary,
correct.
Right?
This is a unique event in the sense that pretty much every penny you spend on your ticket is going to end up in the hands of good programs, mostly in Kamloops. We're huge supporters of the food bank, do the Rotary food drive every year, and that has a lot of expenses with it, wildlife recovery fund, all sorts of programs within Kamloops, making this a better place, primarily for kids. You know, the Starfish Backpack program is another example of the things we do with the money. I always like to say that 2 tickets to Chefs will pay for the protein at one of our Christopher Scan family dinners that we put on every 2 weeks for 120 people. I mean, we really leverage the heck out of this money.
That puts it into perspective for sure.
Yes, it does.
So this is happening, of course, Chefs in the City happening on November 5th at the Campus Activity Center at TRU in the Grand Hall. For more information, you can go to the Facebook page, Chefs in the City. And how much are tickets, Jeff?
Tickets are $75, and you just go to Chefs in the City on Facebook or just chefsinthecity.ca online and buy them. or you can run around to Storms or Rolls and a few other the places and pick them up in person if you prefer.
Wonderful. Well, we wish you luck with this event yet again. I know it's a really popular one, and I'm sure you'll have lots and lots of people enjoying that food. Thank you so much for joining us, both of you. We're back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us on Midday.